Hello, everyone. Welcome to the dotnet Azure Container Apps for Beginners session. I'm Justin, and this is my friend, Frank.
Hello. Frank, co-advocate with Justin. In the previous chapter or episode, we deploy into Azure, we add easy auth, so like a very easy way to secure your app. So what's next, Justin?
Right. So this time, we have played around the Monolith application. Now we are going to split that Monolith application into microservice. And
That
yeah,
doesn't look that easy. I'm sure you will show us, but that look complex.
that sounds very scary, doesn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, but we are going to use as a developer CLI to deploy all the microservices to Azure Container Apps. And it sounds to be very easy. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am. Let's go.
Yeah. So for now, we have Monolith application, and we are going to split this Monolith application into three microservices. Now we have the apps, the like store, product, and store info. And we are going to have three Docker files representing these applications. Now I
Okay.
have as a developer CLI.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's back to here. So I have I already run the Azure init command, and it will generate this Azure YAML file. And here, this is a context to the point to the Docker file for each application. Like product have a Docker file product, store and Docker file store for store info, Docker file store info. So these are pointing to the Docker files. Now we already have created the bicep files by the AZD init, and here there is a resource file. And one thing we need to understand is that because those containers don't know each other, how to communicate with each other. So we need to manually add the endpoint like this. So in here, in the eShop like store module, in there is the like endpoint like product API and store API where the endpoint URL looks like. So with this information, and we can simply run AZD up. Then our application will be deployed into Azure Container Apps.
Okay,
So
that's pretty standard. So
yeah,
if people are, used to like Docker and containers and stuff like that,
right.
like that's how you refer to another container. Like you give it a name in your Docker compose file or something like that, and then after that in the network, it will find out the correct IP and port and whatever. So
That's
like right now in the infrastructure as code,
Mhm.
we keep that definition, that way to work, and we apply that.
That's right.
But EZD didn't know, so that's why we're doing it
Yes,
manually.
that's right.
Okay, that's great. Okay, I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah.
Yep. So with this information, we just simply run AZD up, and as a result, we deployed all the application into the Azure portal. Here we go. So this is Azure portal, and then we see these three container apps here. So product, store, and store information. So let's run the store application, which is front-end application, and there, and we see the application URL, and then that's it. And click the store, and it will display the result. And click the product, it will display the result. So this is how the microservice application is deployed using Azure Developer CLI.
That's great.
Yeah. So another one I want to mention is that if I come back to the product API here, and if I click this URL, then I still it doesn't happen to see that like this, right? But if I actually run where is the is product API, right? API. API product. Then it will display the result.
Okay, so that could be useful, but in some cases, I may don't want to be my API to be public. How can we do that? Like I'm sure we can protect their API so it's kept internal, right?
That's correct. So if I just visit the website, API website, it looks like it's protected, but actually it's open to the public. So how if we want to ensure the API application is not exposed to the public, we can simply go to the Azure portal and go into here, the ingress blade.
Okay.
There is a called ingress traffic here. Accept currently as a default is chosen accepting traffic from anywhere, which means public facing. So now I'm going to change it to limited and to the container apps environment. Now I will save it. Then once it's done, we might be noticing that the URL might be slightly changing. So let's take a look.
Okay.
So it takes a little bit of time. Okay, done. Now let's go back to the overview panel. Then can you see the URL that
Yeah, I see
internal?
now, internal.
Yeah. So if I click this one, then see the different the page.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's not
Now it's
publicly
clear.
accessible.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Mm.
So we did it this time using the portal. It's very visual and
Mhm.
like we are just beginning to learn. That's
Mhm.
great. But I'm assuming we can all do that in the bicep
That's
and
right.
have the configuration.
Yep.
So like when we deploy stuff. Oh, that's great. I
That's
really
great.
like it.
Yep. So that's it for this session.
Well, thank you a lot. And you know what? See you in the next one.
See you next time.